a progressive thrash metal band from Norway. They were pretty good sports in allowing me to use their song in my Metalhead review. Now it's time to talk about the band themselves. Let me also bring to your attention that these guys were 17/18 years old when recording this EP. Fortunately, this doesn't have the same scenario as, "Hey man, I'm 13, check out my demo, it's so brutal, isn't it?" and it was recorded with a coffee maker. No! These guys practice and they make time for their music. Plus, the album actually sounds really nice. It was produced with balls, not dildos. Closed Casket starts our little adventure. It's slow at first, but in typical fashion, it speeds up. You should try Speed. There are galloping riffs, changing speeds, and changing rhythms. You have two guitars. Sometimes one of them will play the same riff in a higher octave, especially at the end of a riff. Kind of like how Megadeth does it. However, both guitarists do solos, and there are lots of solos throughout this EP. In fact, there are probably 80, 90 solos. It's the type of thrash EP where there are long instrumental breaks, full of guitar solos and drum solos. And while the vocals only exist for a fraction of the album, do not think that they are underpowered. They are powered like a nuclear power plant about to explode because of municipal waste. About 2 minutes and 30 seconds into Closed Casket is a killing solo. It's melodic in a Megadeth kind of way, but it's not Megadeth, it's Vorbid! Actually, it sounds like a mix between the power metal solos and the Testament types of solos. 3 minutes in, and you have a bulldozing guitar chug, dun, 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 followed by another great guitar solo. The whole EP is solo-rific. You might come to notice that the drums sound relatively dynamic, even for a music that is designed to be loud. Every cymbal is used differently, and all of the tom fills are rather creative. They're full of variety and articulation. Those drums are creative and they get a lot of practice, kinda like my cock. What this song ends with is the beginning of the end is the beginning is the end. Wow, what a paradox. Crimson Crown is the best song on here. It's so good that I can dance to it. So we have the occasional crossover and municipal waste thrash moments like this one. It has a sound like Overkill with the energy and the vocal delivery. Plus, I just love when drummers use the bell of their ride cymbals during the heavier sections. It just makes things pound more. While the guitar solos are going on, lots of other things are going on around it, such as riff changes, key changes, assorted things like that. It's old school meets new school. Old school in its brutality, progressiveness, and values, but new school in its production and the fact that it came out in 2016. Now, compared to 1987, thrash metal's heyday, that's pretty new to me. But musically, Vorbid takes after early Testament with their odd riffing and speed changes. 6 minutes in, after a bunch of solos, after another bunch of solos, making for a series of shredders, my balls were killed after a slowdown and quiet guitar effects. The song finishes with slowness. The bass player is not a useless cunt. During this little quiet section, the bass has its chance to do something that the guitars don't. That's what I like in thrash. I like it when the instruments are doing their own thing. The third song on here is Desert of the Wicked. Be careful, you might get sunburned. At the very beginning, it sounds like spiders are coming down these guitars. It's primarily mid-tempo, so take a break from moshing for a while and sit on the couch and eat pizza. It's one of those feel-good jams. Slammy guitar riffs happen while the solo happens. But what happens when you get this guitar solo going on for a minute? Your brain explodes, but not until the drums thunder and rumble through your bowels, causing this to happen. The final song on this EP is called Garden of Departure. At the very beginning, I'm reminded of the death metal band Atheist. Vorbid is not just thrash, they're progressive thrash. Thrash with a twist! It basically means that they don't sound like the thousands of bands out there that are spewing Exodus riffs in their garage. Now, what I would like to see for future Vorbid releases are the progressive elements taking a bigger part in the music. The moments like the beginning of Garden of Departure and the end of Crimson Crown were the moments I looked forward to the most. not just because they differentiated the band from stereotypical thrash metal, but because they were good contrast. You have the really heavy sections, and then you have the really soft sections, you know? The good thing is that the riffs aren't always busy. Sometimes the main riffs will slow down, and even the guitar solos will slow down. We have about 90 guitar solos here, which somehow never get old, you know, but they're varied enough that way they don't all sound the same. It's kind of like Slash, you know, they use different techniques and speeds for each solo. It is a 30-minute master bastard that will put you in a good mood. Just be sure that when you listen, you have plenty of caffeine pills and give Dr. Roxil a visit. Vorbid, is there anything you would like to add?
For those of you who don't know, we are Vorbid from Norway. We play thrash metal.
I'm Michael, and I play rhythm guitar and I sing.
I'm Daniel, I play lead guitar.
I'm Marcus, and I play the drums.
And I'm Jonas, and I play the bass guitar.
And we would like to thank Killbot for including us in his movie review and also having this EP review.
We're really happy on your behalf, truly, for growing so fast on YouTube, doing so great on the internet, and we're really happy to be a part of this adventure of yours. So without further ado, spread the metal like the fucking...
Wow, that was therapeutic. Viewers, the faster you empty your wallets on this EP will be the faster that these guys can go into a studio and record a full-length album that will be undoubtedly better than the EP that I just spent a whole video talking about. Grind on.